Hello and welcome. Right, it is with very sad news that I have literally destroyed 2 sessions on this map. It is, I don't know what I've done, but I thought I can't throw that entire. This is my favourite farm, and it's obvious I can show you that I have done it, but I can't show you how I did it. The money is not far off what we had before, because to be honest, we've not really moved through the months much because it's such a big farm. And I played New Farmer because I know a lot of people like it. We have, if I go and show you, yeah, what you will have seen, what is on session, is me doing all of this and all of this, but you didn't see me doing field 6. I mean, I did it and I recorded it and I deleted it. I've got to have done this. There's no nice way to sort of put what I've done. Now, obviously, there's the bales on the fields. They don't look contrived. I always say that if someone's going to contrive and drop them, then let's show you what I mean. Yeah, they look weirdly, oddly spaced. So you can see the little splashes. Who is going to go to that extent to sort of fib about it? So, yeah, I've not done that. You didn't see me do this lot. Yeah, there's a shed load. I mean, and I haven't done this one yet. I only did this. This was the last session. Was literally manually. I was really proud of this one. It was the biggest manual bale shifting I've ever done, and I've gone and deleted it. I am so gutted. I am. Because this is the field where I said I'm going to use the semi-automatic. We did the Heston baler on this one, so yeah. I mean, although there is a degree of skill on it, and I am going to do that next, and also pick these up. One thing I did sort of say was, yeah, being as this is one of those like behind the scenes and like I've made mistakes type videos. Have I lost anything on this? So on one of my on Pelenio, we've lost a field scanner. Now, I did a bit of like whizzing in and whizzing out with equipment, but it didn't affect this. And if you don't play around with your save and you put the equipment back, if you're testing, what is what I mean, then it should still exist. I don't understand what's happened. Let's just check our miscellaneous, make sure our scanner didn't go. Yeah, we've still got ours. Very strange. I don't get it. Unless on Polenia, my memories best at remembering. It's probably me. It probably is. Yeah, so this is all missing on how I got to this, but it's fairly obvious. We've still got the players on the thing, and as I said, I don't think there's anybody alive who's going to contrive that type of sort of thing. So we've got all these to shift. I want to shift some of them because I often miss opportunities to do things like this, and I'd like to play a bit more realistically in so much as like doing stacks, bale stacks, like you would have, and farmers do all the time. I do not do that. I always like drop them in the Omaton and make them go loose and then drag loose. Well, we've got a perfect sort of sheddy. I'm not sure of the height. That's the only bad thing. But we have got like a telehandler. We can shift stuff around afterwards. So yeah, I think yeah, we did all the animals and everything. Everything's been done this day. It's all been down to I've literally been stuck in the month of July forever. So obviously the thing is me showing you what we actually did. They were big fields. Now you will see 99 tons off the first field. Now that's on camera. And also, I think it was about 86 tons of this one, off memory. This one less, obviously, but it is wheat, so obviously it was more. I think it was just over 100 tons from memory, but we can check this just to sort of check. Whatever, 22 tons. It'll be in the, you'll have it still in you. Yeah, I've not been back. It'll be stuck in a, oh, is it? It should show. Oh, it's 108 cents. So that would be right, actually. 100 tons and then 99 and then 80 something. So I was a little bit out. We might have had some left, a little tiny bit, as you do from the year before. Shed load of straw, which leads me to my next thing. Now, I've had comments. I try to play realistically. I always like to do that. But this mod, as brilliant as it is pulling my teeth for its lack of realism. It is a fantastic one. I do love it, but it's just it triples how much you've got in, and it keeps annoying me, like going, like you get those little voices in your head, and it goes, "This is not realistic," and I like to think, no, it's not really. It's a bit cheeky, and I keep saying that. I've said it to a few comments that I like to play realistically. This keeps coming to mind as like being Oh, brilliant! Actually, that's not too bad then. So we've not stuck any in. Yeah, of course we've still got it all out and about. And I reckon it's all in there. I think the last field I've literally just dropped it here. Oh, hang on, have I stuck it in to make seeds? I might have done that, which would have been 99 tonnes. Which that makes sense on why you'd have 2 tonnes extra. I'm trying to backtrack, so yeah, it's vaguely ringing a bell as I'm talking. Yes, wheat 100 tonnes. I am right. See? I'm not. My memory is. It's strange. It is. I've always said this. It's. I can recollect details that are silly that most people would forget, but then my short-term memory is terrible, and it shows. I know it does. I sort of have at times worried that I've got early onset dementia, but it's not that kind of. It's like mine comes and goes with my job. My words, I forget words. They're there, and it takes a long time to retrieve them. Some of that's due to age, but a lot of it's down to the fact that IT is heavily mentally intensive. So as you get to the end of the week, I find Fridays and Saturday morning recordings, I'm like struggling for my words. And you can see in other sessions that I'm not struggling with my words. This is just an explanation of just who I am, and like that type of thing for those who are interested. Well, it's yeah. You invite people in, it's only fair that you sort of share a bit about yourself as well, isn't it, really? But without, dragging everyone into a half an hour thing on it. So, yeah, I think. So we literally are stuck. But the evidence, because I always, I'm massive. Anybody knows the channel knows I'm massive on evidence. This does happen, and I think it's the bane of any content creator, really, is that occasionally, this is my own silly fault, though, and it has often been, because it's 4K content, size is important, and I'll have shifted it from one place to another, and I'll have backed it up, and then I'll have thought, oh, that's the old Calmsden, because obviously I've got old Calmsden, and I've got episode up to episode 10, and I've got the little tiny I use Shotcut Video Editor, and it's got little tiny files that show me that I did Calmsden 11 and Calmsden 12. One was a grass episode, I think, which is why the one that we just, I'm just trying to backtrack so you sort of can see as much evidence as possible from everything around that I'm not fibbing. Yeah, we've not even done the liming yet, but you can see that we cut this. So this was last session, and we would have shoved the grass into the Matana. So just so as we're being thorough, this is a 200 tonner, which was one of the last things we bought in the sales. Not sure if that will show either. But yeah, I can't cheat this. Well, I don't know. Somebody might be able to, but I haven't got the knowledge to do that just as animals. Yeah, it'll tell you how old it is. So we got the XL. We bought that one normally, as I usually do. We bought the XL in the sales, and it's 1 month old. Yeah. Did I buy that for testing and I'm like go mad or something? See, that's 11 months. We bought that one. That's 1 month old. I haven't redone the farm files or anything, have I? Because I'd never buy that. Never ever buy that brand new, unless it was for testing. I've actually said that I would do it for testing, but that's weird. I don't know what I've done. I'm tempted to sell it because I don't allow that. Really don't. Not that type of thing. Yeah, because it does go against the grain of this about cheating. But yeah, what I'm saying is you can see that. Let's not get sidetracked. Let's try and pull myself back on track. I'm a terror. Yeah, so 502 tonnes of silage, 63 tonnes of grass. Ooh, yeah, we did. I thought we'd filled the water. Straw a little bit, which makes sense because I don't know how on earth I pulled some straw across here, but I have. It would be a bale by the look of that. I would have grabbed a bale and thought, oh, I'll shove it in the Hermitana as I'm passing. Yeah, so I think on the last session I mentioned, I've obviously sort of begun to prep. Let me just put a bit of a spurt on. Yeah, just this is sort of going to be about 20 minutes of me catching up with yourselves just to sort of show what's what. Now, you won't even see me doing this land bridge, will you? Because I did that one of the last sessions. This was 11 or 12. I was quite proud of this. It's the best I've ever done it. It's still not perfect, but I don't think you'd ever will get it perfect with the tools. Obviously, the hedge was sort of I didn't want to like go through a hedge, so I've sort of done a bit of a ramp, but a manual one. Cut these trees down to make an easy access into here from our farm. I thought it makes more sense, really. So this is our, yeah. Would you have seen me buying this field? Yeah, that is a point. Yeah, I think this is what one of the last things I did. It was the grass and this, and also building that little ramp, which I'm proud of, even though it's yeah. But I was talking about doing this field for grass, and I said last session, the one that you will see is that I've gone off that idea. Yeah, have we got enough grass already? I just don't see. We've got the biogas plant. We've already got a shed load of silage waiting to go across. That's yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm sure I bought that second hand. I suppose you can get, because I would have bought it today. So 1 month old. I don't know what they start off. They might start at 0. Yeah, but in which case it would be very new though. I've never known one that new. That's weird. It is. Yeah, that's 11 months, 1 month, and 11 months. So 0%. No, I would have repaired it. That I would have done, but yeah, I don't know what I've done with that. Yeah, I'm going to think about it. I think I'll destroy it. I do. I think we'll sell it because I don't like that kind of skullduggery. So I think we've got everything. Let's just show what's in the productions. You saw the animals were done nicely. I fed them. I struggled. No, I showed you that one. That one was on the last episode. These are obviously full completely. 40 tons of slurry that needs, and 20 tons of milk. That's the point. Have we got our I think what we're going to do this session is probably the bits and the little jobs that you don't, like you're too busy. And then next session, I'm going to grab those straw bales. So they've got manure in there. Now, yeah, what I was sort of saying, wasn't I, about the manure mod? Right. Okay. So we're going to do something about that. We are. This is the last ride of the manure mod. Now, there is another sensible one made by JM Gaming, but I like this because as you do, it like multiplies. Yeah, I'm not going to get much back for it. There's nothing in it, so yes. There's one by JM Gaming, and that's the one we're going to stick in. It does exactly the same thing, but it's not as powerful. Now then, learn my lesson. Let's stick the zone markers on and stick this in. So this is the new one that we're going to put. Are we going to stick it in the same place? It is fairly central. It is the farmyard, as in like the centre of our hub. Although, I mean, I suppose you could say that this over here is more the hub, really. But I don't know. This is central. I think this is probably the most central place of it all. So let's stick this. I think we're going to save that because this one by JM Gaming, you need to go 2 ways though. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, it's true. It needs a bit of. It's cheaper, sort of, but then you need to upgrade it. You've got to actually get it to be. It's a little bit. I'm not going to say useless. It's not meant for big sort of things. It's quite small. It's supposed to be a really slow chugger, basically. And obviously, I want the machinery replaced inside. Wink, wink. Well, no, it is what you would be doing, really. Let's be honest. It's the old French dovecote, so it's a transformed building already for this type of thing. JM Gaming, so stick that. Yeah, we don't very often use. Oh, okay. Oh no, that's all right. Yeah, we don't very often use and grab anything out direct, so the nozzle bit, it's not really important. So, what we're going to use, I really do like the forest ground. We need to go a bit bigger though, and we also need to zoom in a little, I think. For a little. Oh, it's not quite level. It's gone bits. So I'm going to say refraction. Is it going to refract? No, that's perfect. Right, brilliant. And we'll do the same over there. That did refract a little. Right, smashing that. That'll do nicely. We'll do something about the level in there because I can see something. Yeah, they've mucked around with the tools for the better. Yeah, definitely. So if we start there, should pull it. Oh, okay. We found some weirdness about this before, didn't we? Over here. We do own this land, don't we? Just Yeah. No, we do totally. So there's no weirdness. Just won't let me play around with the level here. Slow down again to normal speed. Yeah, so it won't let me like level underneath there, which is a bit odd. It's not terrible, but it's only a little bit out. Will it let us lift? I don't think it'll let us do anything. It's sort of doing something strange. But yeah, they have sort of improved the tools a little. Oh, it would make it look better. So, oh, perhaps it was level. Perhaps it was level. And it was like, yeah, it's not too terrible. It was only just around here by the door where you can see underneath it. You still can on that right hand side. So, is it? Oh, I think it's reflection of the blue light. I don't know that it ever was. Why is that not? Oh, why is it not? Because you're in the yeah. I think it might have been. Sort of. Some of them. There's a couple of I was going to say Oxygen David. Oxygen David is the creator of the map of oh, Alien Gym. Yeah, a couple of Alien Gyms building that do the same thing. They've got like a shadow on the concrete, and you like think I can see under that. But when you go right up to it, you think, oh no, I can't. It's just a shadow, just in the certain light. It's a bit like one of those illusion type things. So I think that is it. So we've done our wheat, which was 100 odd tons. We got that in. We've got all of the baling to do. We manually baled. I really wish that one was alive. I really did. I used the. Yeah, it was one of the best I've ever done. There were hundreds. I mean, literally hundreds of. Where you can see, you could see how much straw we'd got in that. You imagine that, and they were not the Heston bales that are 12.5 ton. They were the standard, like I still think that's about fairly big. They were 240s, so they were still like 10 or 11 or something. So there's not much difference really between the Hestons and these. But yeah, nearly 1,000,000 litres, and we've still got. I don't know if it. I think once they're baled, it shows in this. So I think that probably includes what we've done. Right. So then we want to grab the Heston. So we've got a little tiny bit left in this, which we might just let the seeds like go down. If I set that, let's just see, because I know. Yeah, the other thing is we need to the straw. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, we're going to have to stick them in now, aren't we? So most of the straw we need to. Let's just concentrate on. So the straw manure mod we're going to stick on. Going to upgrade its storage. It's only got 100,000 litre storage. It does about 14 tons a day, so it's a bit tiny. Should go straight to the bottom when you upgrade it. Oh, it's actually stayed where it was. So now storage has doubled, and it now does 27 or 8 tons a month. So we're now paid 10, 20, about 30,000 for it. So it's 10,000 more than the FSPT one that we had before, which was very reasonable. This is slightly smaller footprint. It now does about 39. I usually do it one more time, so it's usually about 45,000, I think, for what we've got it to now. So, and it does about 53, about 60 tons. Occasionally, I've gone to a 5, where it does a little bit more, but I think that's enough. So we're going to do that to distribute to wherever it needs to go to, because we are obviously one of our biggest businesses is the home brewed, I think. Yeah, it is. This one here, which at the minute is obviously, I think we just ran out. I don't think it's by chance that there's nothing in it. I think we literally just ran out of that over the winter. And so it's literally, we were just ready to stick the, because this is not the first, yeah, this is the second year of harvest where we did the same. I think, yeah, no, it is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you look on the clock, we've definitely not been here for just 1 year. Yeah, we did another year. So this is like the 2nd July. Yeah, in fact, actually, yeah, it starts at August. So it's obvious that it's not the first one because you don't start until August. So yeah, we've gone all the way through from last August till this July. So we planted all these crops and all the rest of it. So yeah, Obviously, you'll have seen that. Anyway, if you've got this far, you'll have watched the other videos. So, with that in mind, I am now going to... who are we going to give the honour? I think this, the McCormick. Ooh. I remember how big this one is. No, actually, the King of Bales really deserves this one. Let's grab the Sintrack. There's nothing better at steering than that beast. It's a beaut. Although that, I've got to be honest, that's a close second. Where did I've seen the Sintrack? I've seen it. There we go. Right. So then, there. It does that sometimes. Sort of like you detach from one thing and then something else now, then fuel. Right, so the Heston bales on the back, we want to take the Arm Team baler. Well, actually, they're both Arm Team balers, but the green John Deere, that wants to go over the other side. I think we're going to bale all of the time, I think. Let's see, can I remember this? Can I remember how to do this? Can I remember? I think I can. You also have to do that. That's it. That's it. Then when it's in operating position, you press that's it, and then you press X does the head. That's it. Smashing. Sorted. Right. So we're gonna the last set over there. We're going to shove. Now, where have we shoved the straw then? From this field? In the Omatana, perhaps? Is that what we did? Because we've not gone through, so it should be sitting somewhere. It won't be in the production shed. So the farm supply production, one of them's going to be the one straw, 649,000. Let's just tag it. I think it's the one right where we are. It is. So we've got 649,000, which won't show in that tally. So actually, yeah, that's the straw from this one. Now we need to be filling the JM Gaming stupendous. The other thing I'm going to say as well, the manure's not working properly on the maps. I thought to begin with, it was me or it was a map or a problem like that. So how much can we do? 400 tons of this. So we should be able to get... Yeah, I did. I sort of tag that as well. Yeah, still on that... where are we? This one. Oh, it's not that one. It's this one. Yeah, it's so annoying in the background when that actually sort of carries on. So have I fully extended that? Yes, it sits quite close to the... I'm trying to stay on track because I am a terror and I realise I must drive you all crazy when I chat about things. I was saying, I know what it is. When I had an apprentice with my job, you start to verbalise what you're doing, which means that whatever you do, you start to verbalise. And trouble is, it's good, but it's not. Because what I'll do is I'll be talking about a subject, and then I say, oh, look at that bale there, and I'll distract myself, and then I'll talk about bales, and I'll have completely forgotten that I'm halfway into a conversation with yourself about something important that I then forget. So, yeah, it's annoying. So this, we're going to put as much as we can into the JM Gaming. I'd like to put some stacks as well. I'm trying to think, this does stack properly up, right? So when we filled that, we're going to stack all that's left, if there is any. It should be. Yeah, this you've got to be quite exact. I quite like this. It's very unforgiving. Oh, I've done it again. Oh, I always do this once. It's the other button. Oh, it's easy to... Yeah, no, just do it. At least it does show that I'm right. They just go up right, so you get 10 of these in a nice stack. It's doing some weird graphical glitch. Smashing. Let's pick them up again. Yeah, I always do this. I don't know what it is about the Heston. It's yeah, I was saying it is a bit unforgiving. It is true. But, let's see if I can. Right, so you do X for the head, and then it's no, it's not that one. Which one is it then? Ah, single press. Is that one? Here's B. Yeah, it is. You've got to be sort of smack bang in the middle. I'm sure this has been adjusted. I'm sure it was not quite this sensitive when I first had it. You used to be able to hit them because when I first got it, the very first time I used it on the Western Wilds, I actually went sideways. I'll show you what I did because I'd never seen anyone else use it. And I was just like surmising. So I came as you normally would, and I came straight on it. And if you hit it, which is quite hard to do, if you hit it like that, you used to be able to pick them up because I didn't know any other way. But the proper way is to hit them at the side. But you've got to you can sort of scrunch down the bail, which of course you probably couldn't do in real life. No, you would, because the spikes would tear into it. But yeah, you've sort of got to be almost dead center. So let's double click, and away we go. Right, I'm going to time lapse the rest. I think we've sort of caught up with where we are. I'd like to get this done and yeah, get the other field bales done this session is what I'd really like to do. So yes, if I'm honest, this has sort of been my secret project, but I haven't done any sessions on it for at least 4 weeks because I've been really busy with other sort of things. But I love the speed of this. But if anything, I'd like to finish FS22 on Calmsden. Yeah, I would, because it's my favourite map. And just there's obviously a lot of mods that were. It was one of the earliest maps. I mean, No Man's Land was the very first. I remember it well because I was waiting for a modded map to drop, and it dropped, and I love it anyway. So I thought, well, we're going to go on it with Giants, or No Man's Land, and I'd sooner have a look on No Man's Land and have another go. And then, of course, Calmsden, which brought tears to Daggerwin's eyes, and I can see why. I share his love for this map. Truthfully, I remember seeing his pre-release video, and he was speechless. And he basically said that. He said, "I'm sort of speechless. It's so beautiful that the words." I'm rendered inoperative with my words, and I thought, wow, I can see why. And I've got a real soft spot for this. Never done New Farm with it. I did 2 start from scratches, and the channel was tiny. Not that I'm massive now, but yeah, it's really, really tiny. In fact, Milk That Hen was one of my earliest sort of viewers who's got his own channel now as well. And yeah, he didn't talk for a long time, and then sort of like he watched the channel for ages, and he sort of chatted. So yeah, it was nice. Had a few. Kevin, who's from the US of A, was I think he's busy with life because he's not commented for a while now. So I think he went on holiday. Was the last time he made mention of something. So right, we've got that little mark. And now we do need to do the like key. So we're going to fill this. Sometimes it is nice to chat. It's not the this gets them done quick enough anyway. So I didn't first accept bales when JM Gaming first made it, but I mean I don't really worry about that because I'd stick it in the Omatana. Because I mean Omatana's done it on purpose. There are a lot of productions that won't allow you to take things back out. Now she's made her so it's almost like a storage thing as well. So yeah, it's which I very much appreciate. There's a lot of little hidden things to the farm supply production, little tiny things that make it so fantastic, and probably along with the production shed, if I was to order my favourite mods, because it's one of those things that a lot of content creators do, Courseplay is definitely #1, which I mentioned on the forums of the Courseplay things when I was asking them if they were continuing with on FS25. So I know there's a sort of a Courseplay, which I'm very pleased with the console players, that you're getting Courseplay built into FS25. That's filled me with, I don't know about follow me, no one's mentioned it, but I mean, obviously we all know that FS22 showed such great promise. I remember seeing the content creators that got early release versions of FS22, and we were all waiting with bated breath because it was going to be released in a week. And I was thinking, oh, this is great. You don't need follow me anymore. You'll just like click on the map and they'll just travel to where you want. Ha ha ha. Not really. It may have worked on Elm Creek, but whatever magic Giants did, and it did get worse though. Whatever tinkering Giants did on the day of release, it wasn't bad, but it gradually got worse on other maps. I don't know whether it was just whatever they did on Elm Creek was better than the others, or Belleron was good as well. But non-modded maps, I don't know what Giants sort of teach other modders the tricks to make the game, which that's a bit of a mistake, really, because if you want someone to show your game off, you really ought to do. I've bought a modding tutorial from Giants, and it's more about the sculpting than anything, and using I can't remember the name of the software. It's a very famous Blender. That's right. It's more about using Blender. Which, to be honest, if you look very closely at almost all modders, like factories, everybody tends to normally. There's only a few people that have ever made factories from scratch. Most people will use the Giants one and they'll just add a couple of pipes on or things like that and make it their own. But yeah, the FSBT building we've got is the biomass heating plant with just a bit of extra, right, the Ryan taken off and stuff like that. And there's a lot of mods like that. JM Gaming's is unique. It is. It's not a dovecoat that you'll see, and that's the type of modder he is. Yeah, admired his. Had a lot to do with him. We do talk on Discord. Don't bother him unduly because I know he's very, very busy. But yeah, he always gives me a heads up when he's about to release a map. I do some alpha and beta testing for him, and but he knows how I feel about his work. I've made, I think, Vouillet Normandy is probably second only to Calmsden to me. Black Sheep Modding's the old Stream Farmer, the expansion also. That's probably got to be a close third. But yeah, JM Gaming's is definitely my number 2. I mean, don't get me wrong. Vouillet Normandy, I think he's hit the nail on the head. I've always said he was, because I have it in conversation with him, said I rate him like Black Sheep Modding and Oxygen David and GB Modding, the absolute masters. There are other names as well, you can't name them all, but basically, yeah, now let's have a look how much that's got in now. It's at the bottom, isn't it? So, yeah, all my life. Okay, we're not going to need many more of those. Yeah, where was I? JM Gaming and chatting on Discord and all the rest of it. Yes, I do think with Vouillet Normandy, it is a master. It is. I personally rate it as his. I mean, me and Kevin used to discuss Rhombos. Kevin's favourite was Rhombos Road of all of the maps that he's done. And I did like Agres Balcones. I like that a lot. I played that a lot. It's just the fact that sometimes JM Gaming likes his monstrous, as he calls it, where yeah, the fields are not quite, and I think people mark him down for it. Vouillet Normandy's still a little bit of that because it's his own work. He's bound to follow his dreams, just the same as Oxygen David won't let you chop trees down. He's got his idea of what a good map is, and he follows that. He did listen to a little bit of. I said one field people are going to fall off, and I even did sort of show that I actually fell off the field because it was a bit too drastic. Now on the finish map, you have got that it works properly. You've not got that. He did sort of change it slightly because yeah, I think me falling off the edge of the field sort of proved that it wasn't quite. Yeah, you've got to sometimes do tricks to make this work. Yeah, so now that field is perfect. You wouldn't know. I mean, they've still got some real undulations, but that's not bad. And they've quite realistic undulations too, really. But nevertheless, it still hasn't altered the fact that I really do love Calmsden. Still, I've got to be honest, I was saying this, some of it's the house. The devil's in the detail, as that old saying goes. And Oxygen David, that house is just so... And the sound of the birdsong going through the village, the flooding of the back thing in winter, all of these little tiny details that are absolutely amazing. The Hidden Forest, another one of his touches that he's done throughout the years, but with the, yeah, completely different. I mean, there's another sort of Hidden Forest as well, he's just not got proper access. Right, how many more have we got? Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, right, another one and then a bit left. So I think this is going to fill that. Yeah, we really need to time that sort of. This is going to be a monster where I've bent everyone's ear for forever, and it's going to be an hour and a half. So, yeah, I'm going to go into a time lapse, and I think we've discussed most things. So, yes, I'd like to finish on this. I hope I've caught you up with the missing 2 sessions, one of which, the one that I manually bailed. I am gutted about that because I literally did it. I think I did it in 1 session as well. I was really proud of it because I did it all with the V-grab. Just little old me and the V-grab, and this field we did about 3 or 4. No, it's more than that. I did really feel the TPS quite well, though. I've got to be honest. Yeah, it's there. It is still. I was really quite proud of it. I've never done so many manual bales as we did on that field in one go, because it is this big field in front of us is the biggest of them all. I don't mean it's not as big as Field 1. I mean that we've got. Yeah, it's a big of a monster, but Field 1 is probably as big as 2 and 3 together. Not quite, I don't think. 17, 6. Oh, actually, it's bigger. It's bigger than them 2 put together because they are 8 and 7, 15. That's 17. So there you go. Actually, it's bigger. Right, I am going to time lapse this though. I think we've caught up. I hope you believe me. I think you can sort of believe by the amounts and the size of the field, and also wheat versus oats. I mean, oats is never anywhere near. We got, yeah, a lot. In fact, what I said to begin with was not far off, right? Yeah, that like the sums, because it sticks in your head, little details. Sometimes I wasn't far off with what I said and what we'd actually got. So, right. So hopefully you'll stick with me on this beautiful journey. I just wanted to show off all the different mods. I thought, I've been thinking for a long while I'd love to go back to Calmsden, and I thought, yeah, just a bit of an explanation as to why. I might have actually already done some other sessions though. But no, I suppose it's just an explanation on why. Also, I was starting to say, what my favourite mods were, so I wasn't. So I'm doing it again. I'm meandering from one conversation to the other instead of sticking with one. Yeah, so let's stick to the mods first. I think we've sort of explained about it. We've definitely caught up properly. I've lost that one. Very rarely do you not. You've got sort of scrunch like that to get it back. Yeah, so favourite mods, definitely Causeway number 1. And number 2 would have to be the production shed. But there are ease of life mods that you tend to forget though sometimes. TPS has definitely got to be up there as one of my favourites by Sariga, but I don't think it's number 3. But love the Sin track. Got my favourite tractor by Mac Trucker. That'd have to be up there. But there's also Death Pledges Homebrewed. That's taken me by storm. Do like the JM Gamers, and the Omatana Farm Supply Production would have to be probably number 3, really, if I think about it. It would. Number 2 would be... Yeah, let's do it in order. Yeah, so it would be Causeway number 1. Production Shed number 2. Omatana's Farm Supply Production would be number 3, because they work so well together. Number 4 would have to be Death's Pledge. Would also have to be Death's Pledge next, also for his Granny's Knitwear, which I really do love as well. Seriously, it's under a cover. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah. Usually if I'm silent, now you know why. Yeah, when it's recording, the last thing you need is your phone to be going off with all them multitude of WhatsApp groups that we're all in. So how many have got left? It's all my life. I've still got 3 left. Yeah, I'm not sure about anymore because you have to really think about this. It's weird when you do lists live and you've not actually sort of pre-done it and you've not got it written down. I tend to think you forget one and then you think, oh, I should have mentioned such and such. That's one of my favourite mods. Yeah, I mean, I do this ease of life ones like the F12 developer tools, not the developer version, but the normal one, Power Tools. I can't remember who makes that. I've got to say that the colour mods by it's GTX, that's a definite favourite. I didn't realise how such a so's the Sleep Anywhere by Ian. I can't remember his number. I can't ever forget that one because yeah, early on it was that that I had to rush time. Ooh, okay, right. So looks like we've got a stack of bales here. Let's go grab some for. Yeah, we'll grab those 3. So we've got some spares but they will fall in eventually. Yeah, that's not probably a bad idea really to put a bale stack on there because they will gradually dissolve when that's emptied. So actually, whether it's a mistake or not, it's not really a bad idea. Yeah, so it is true. You often sort of do forget certain ones. Yeah, there's definitely the colour one, and the repair and paint settings has got to be up there because I've got to be honest. Of all of the changes Giants made, that hurt me the most. It did to go from FS19. Also, the second, I love the sales because I used to always have this. Start from scratch. Used to go for the second-hand equipment mod in FS19. It was probably again one of my top mods. Apart from the fact that all of your tractors looked like they'd been dragged through a hedge backwards, it was whoever looked after them really had not looked after them. Yeah, the paint damage was intense, but apart from that, it was a cracking idea. So yeah, no one's bought it out, and I think because obviously the second-hand equipment, there's a few people who've done like second-hand versions of their equipment, but there's no one who's actually brought it out, which I don't know. Yeah, I think because we've got the paint and repair settings, I think it's sort of already done in a way through that ish similar, and the sales as well. But those two things sort of, I think, mean you don't really need to do it any other way. But yeah, I think I'd miss that. I'd miss the sales a lot as well. Yeah. Just sort of thinking, having a million thoughts go through my brain. So it's July, so what are we going to do about turning over? What are we going to go into? We've sort of like, done mainly seeds and things like that so far. Not got anything like the farmer jab or anything, have we? We've got plenty of room for productions though, because I did say that I would use that backfield for productions, and we've still got plenty of room on the horse field where we took the horses out. It's a shame really, because I've got to be honest, I think I've said this a few times. Horses were my way on FS19 when I first. It would never do for contents because I used to sort of like do 16 horses, and then there was the mod on that one on PC for you to pay someone to come and ride your horses, which I didn't. I thought, well, that's realistic actually, because in real life, stables people don't ride their own horses; they actually pay someone to ride their horses. Oh, do you know, this is driving me crazy. This phone, even under recover, I can still hear it. It's only trouble with WhatsApp groups. Everyone's chatting. Right, no sound. It's gone. Apologies, everybody. Right. So then, where was I? WhatsApp groups. Yeah, paint and repair settings. Yeah, I don't. Obviously, you don't always know if Giants do remove things. Yeah, they do like to shake things up a little bit. That would probably be one of the features I would miss the most. Wouldn't miss the paint and repair settings that Giants did in the base game. That was horrible. So I hope that's lost in FS25. because it is weird. I mean, it's very rare that giants stay with the same sort of set of things from one iteration to the other, really. So I'm really not sure whether they might. I mean, it has been in previous versions. I'm very personally glad that they brought it back for FS22. So that would be what I would miss the most. Would be, yeah, the sails. I love the sails. Someone's now ringing me, would you believe? Right, I'm going to be right back.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.